I've been wondering about Merlin for many years and his role for soldiers who had PTSD from battle. And that's a really large percentage of soldiers in the United States. Merlin, the earliest sources, have nothing to do with Arthur. He is a survivor of a historically documented battle and then goes and hides in the Caledonian forest after he has killed his sister's son and is driven mad from the violence and what he's done. And at first he is there with a woman and as a companion, but she leaves. I don't know why. But I have a friend who was in the Vermont National Guard and had no idea that he would ever be in a battle or go to war. Like a lot of people, it was a way to make money on the weekend. And he was sent to Iraq. When he got back, within the first year, half the men who had served beneath him had divorces. So there's a lot of things I think Merlin would understand here about PTSD. And there's a story in eco-psychology that we hear about sometimes of a veteran who was going to kill himself but was looking out at the river behind his house and thought, well, I'll pull some stuff out first. And then just kept doing that and cleaning out this river. And now he's a healer in a lot of ways because people come there and do work restoring this river with him, and he's not suicidal anymore. And that connects to me somewhat to Merlin because after being in battle, it isn't other human beings that help Merlin to heal. It's being with animals and plants. And I've noticed that there's been reports that a lot of good stuff has happened with companion animals for those soldiers. And I wondered just how much people have been doing with eco-psychology, with connecting to the land and animals as a way to recover and heal, which is what Merlin did. And then Merlin becomes a great prophet and also poet, which is typical with Awen. That power of prophecy is the one that poetry comes from. And the Indo-European art form is language, is poetry, partially because of how much movement happened. You don't bring a lot with you. With Merlin, I think that there is a lot people could learn. Where he hides in the grove under an apple tree, getting shelter from the men going by. The apple tree is a symbol in Celtic, the British Isles and Ireland, of the other world. And it has to do more with the mystical side of nature as opposed to something that would be more tangible, practical in a lot of ways. So with it being an apple tree, and we have, Avalon, and we have the silver branch with, the apple bells in Ireland as being things that symbolize that we have moved into the other world. And Avalon, being a place of healing where these maidens do take, like Arthur after the battle. But the apple tree, I think, is really connected to the healing process. Because out of that madness of the trauma that Merlin experienced, he comes out because of this experience in nature and the hiding under the apple tree as this great prophet and poet and leader. And I hope that helps people.